Last time on the Clockwork Frontier, the captain did the math and began full steam ahead on upgrades to the Nimbus and Captain Darby's ship. Eddy and the engineers began working on both ships, with Turquoise helping their crew and the Glimmerbrit engineers and Garrett helping the other ship. Lottie, Chloe and Trixie were the only ones allowed to leave the ship and work outside of the ship. On night 4 of 6, the girls heard rumours of a ship matching the description from the Cogsworth Devastator. They requested escorts from the Rainbow Bar to the ship because they feared the worst. On the way back, Lottie noticed a man she remembered from her past. Timmy, that works from the Cogsworths. Stubbs grabbed him and dragged him back to the ship. And that's where we pick up. In the bowels of the ship, he is hurled into a cell, sat down, while Stubbs, on the other side of the cell, has gone to get some chairs, comes back and wishes to do an interrogation. Captain, do you think it's a good idea for Stubbs to begin the interrogation?
Stubbs won't be doing the interrogation alone, so it is just.
Honestly, I was gonna say, Captain, it might be best if you ask him the questions and I just sit there looking really fucking mean. It seems to be the best way about it.
Please remember that this man, I'm not going to call him a gentleman, but man, has soiled himself due to Stubbs. You can smell the fresh smell of piss.
Okay. I'll sit in front of him. Alright, I'll just grab a chair and I'll just sit in front of him.
Now,
where he is, he's tied up and such. Go on.
Captain, young Miss Lottie also has questions considering who is aboard the Devastator. As I'm sure Eddy will have questions, and as news of this spreads to the crew, there will be other people who have questions. Now, Captain and Eddy, and actually all 4 of you, give me bless you, an insight check.
Excuse me.
You need to get higher than 15.
Nope.
Okay, Lottie,
This
you
wasn't
too.
one.
Come on, Lottie.
I'll give Nik a flash of genius for +3.
Okay, thank goodness. Right. Nik.
Thank you.
Captain Nik. You know that Oswald tried to kill Rosa. Trixie was one of the people at the bar. If Trixie tells Rosa, Rosa's gonna try and be a one-woman army going after Oswald with her gun that can do fireball. Someone may have to stop Rosa from becoming a one-woman army. And also you gave permission for some of the rogues of your crew to
Yes, I wanted my own recon.
Your own recon.
Yes.
I think
Because whatever we learn from this person, I want confirmation of.
Because you won't have sent them out yet until you've had the interrogation. However, there is a problem. Rosa's gonna find out. So you might want to send someone to calm her down.
What do I think Rosa would do?
Grab her gun that has fireball and go try and do something to Oswald, whether it's what she was trained by Stubbs to do, or set him on fire, or try and set the ship on fire until she finds Oswald for kind of revenge. He did try and kill her. Eddy is a witness to this, as is Lottie.
I tell you what, before we get to the interrogation, because I will go and find her. I will go and find Rosie.
Do all of you go to find her, or just you, Captain, at this stage?
Just me at the minute.
Okay. Give me an investigation check, Captain. Let's hope you roll better. You do? Well done! See, not in that one. I'm proud.
Yeah, but there's one in it. Look, 1, 5.
It's fine. It's not a nat one. It takes you a little while. You're looking for about 20 minutes, and you find Rosa. She's finished work for the day because it's quite late on, and you see her talking to. You see Trixie try and put her arms up to stop her from leaving. Izzy is not doing a good job either. They're both trying to stop her, and she's trying to get past them.
Rosa!
Yes, Captain?
Follow me. And I will just turn around. I'm not even going to wait to see if she obeys. I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to start walking to my cabin.
She does follow you.
Right. I will not say a thing until we get to my cabin. Right, where I will open the door. I will nod her inside and then I will go in and close it.
Okay.
And where were you going?
Do some recon to find Oswald.
Just recon?
I don't know what I would have done if I found him.
So, no. Not just recon.
No, not just recon, Captain.
No. Now, I want you to think very carefully of the opportunity that we have right now. We have a doorway into why they are here. We just need to question this person. Right? And we can get as much information as we can. Now, I will give you the choice. No, I will not stop you. I will make sure no one else stops you should you decide to go and do some recon. However, I would like you to be patient.
Yes,
That's an ask from me. Now, whatever you decide, I understand. But I want you to think about it carefully. And then I will leave. I'll just leave it like that and I will leave. And I will say, and I'll go back to the people on like guard duty and say, if Rosa does decide to leave, let her go.
Dimitri and Sam give you a look as if, what? Dimitri, is this about that Oswald?
Yes.
I see. Understood.
Now,
Rosa comes out and says, "May I watch the interrogation, sir?"
I'll just nod.
And she will follow you down. I am so glad it was you who found her, because I already know what Stubbs would have done if he had found her.
A hunted we will go. A hunted we will go.
Right. Now
Also, can I ask, Eddie, what would you have done in the captain's shoes?
I'd have talked her down, but if she was going.
Would you not have been that it's hunting Oswald season?
No, I'd have talked her down first.
Okay.
If that didn't work, I'd have gone with her.
Okay, well done, Captain.
didn't stop her.
I know you didn't stop her.
I injected a little bit of reason into
And
the reasonless way that she was thinking at the present.
Yeah, she was thinking rashly and needed someone that is potentially a paternal influence.
Maybe.
Let's call it.
But that's also why I didn't. That's also why I didn't say anything to her there, and didn't say anything until we got to the cabin.
So there you go, Captain. Well done. You have stopped someone from turning into a one-woman army, potentially setting things on fire that she shouldn't. Though Stubbs would have gone, yes.
In that case, then I'm pleased it was me.
I am as well.
Right. So with Rosie in tow,
Yep.
we'll head down to question this individual. And I do say question.
Right. So, anyone with questions for Captain to ask this individual, would you prefer them to send you the questions that they were thinking of? Because a couple of people may have done homework thinking of questions to ask, or would you be happy for them to ask them themselves?
Well, just for the whole flow thing, rather than like slowing things down and getting me questions and stuff like that, why don't we just say that the questions that we ask, right, will be coming from me, but they're going to ask the question, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so there will be checks per question. So first of all, let's start. Well, sorry, go on.
Before we start, can I touch Nik on the shoulder and say, you've got this,
please, you
Captain,
said shoulder.
and I would like to cast enhance ability.
Enhances his ability by tapping him on the cock.
Yeah. Enhance ability on
Charisma.
Charisma?
Yes.
Is
Because
that a good
charisma is perception, deception,
Yeah.
intimidation, that sort of
Persuasion.
stuff.
Yeah.
And just so you know, with every check that you make, Rosa will be watching him very carefully and will be doing insight checks on every single thing he says.
That's fine. I'm going to be doing pretty much the whole sort of thing, same thing myself.
So there you go. I'm trying to think if there's anything that she can boost you with. No, because you've already used it. And we don't have actually. What I'll do before you go, Captain. You will get.
Oh, bardic.
Yeah, you're gonna get a bardic. However, I think his is still wrong. I'm sure I upgraded it.
It should be about a D8 on a
Yeah.
if like a 7 bard, I think, is a D8. I think. Let's have a look.
There you go. It is a D8.
Uh-huh.
So you have a bardic from Dimitri before you left.
Okay.
And he just said you got this. Okay. So
What was the guy called again? Was it Tim? Or was it?
yeah,
Yep.
Timmy or Timothy.
Timmy. Oh, Timmy.
Little Timmy Tiny Cock.
We do a little flashback before you begin of Lottie going shopping with Chloe and out of the corner of her eye seeing this guy following them from a distance and just sighing, going, again.
Just as we thought, we got rid of this guy.
You know that your beloved always has you followed by Timmy.
Tiny Timmy here.
Timmy the pervert. Hey, I'm calling calling him a pervert because he's a perv. He's following two young ladies out and about shopping. And we come back to the present where, Captain, what is the first question you'd like to ask? And what charisma check would you like to roll for this?
Well, he's in such an awesomely fragile condition now that it would be rude not to use intimidation, wouldn't it? See, this is it, because I don't know the questions. Who does anyone want to jump in with the first question?
Vicky or Jim? Or even Chris? What are your questions if you have them? I think, Vicky, did you write yours down? Or you just have them in your head? You know what? Roll off to see who asks the first question. So just a d20 and see who rolls the highest one.
Oh, that's...
Rollies.
That was Benny.
Yeah. That's...
Jim wins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jim wins. So we'll start.
The question: which little piggy comes off first? No, I'll let Nik phrase it however he wants to phrase it. But how many coggies are here? We need head count.
Timmy. May I call you Timmy?
Yeah.
Now, you've got some things that me and my associates most definitely need to know. And you're going to tell us, aren't you?
He looks petrified, looking at Stubbs.
Now, we need to know exactly how much we need to shine Mr. Stubbs' knuckles there. And he likes to shine them on skulls. So, how many skulls are there on that big, bright, shiny new ship of yours?
Roll the intimidation due to what you just said and what is known about the Stubbs. You can do this with advantage.
I would get it anyway because of enhanced ability.
Okay. On a Devastator around between 150 to 200.
You can do better than that.
I don't know the
It's a
exact
big
head count. And Lottie and Stubbs. You both would know that he's quite low down in the pecking order, so he probably wouldn't have exact numbers. Anyone who wants to roll an insight can do. However, Rosa got a 22. As did Nik. Ooh,
This process seems legit.
Captain and Rosa would know that he's telling the truth. He doesn't really know exact numbers because he wouldn't have like crew manifest or something like that. His ballpark number is probably about right on a Devastator. Captain, for your sky pirate knowledge and your knowledge of sky ships, you'd kind of gather around about that number as well.
Right, okay. Now, who's in command of these 150 to 200 heads? Who's the captain?
Looks at Lottie. she knows who the captain is of the vessel.
Say it! Who is the captain?
Terence Cogsworth. Lottie, a shiver that goes down your spine when you hear his name.
And what other infamous Cogsworth are there? Not that there's any more infamy outside of this room for you.
None, because they're in prison or looks at Stubbs' hands or dead. I assume Stubbs is smirking maniacally.
Yeah, he's just got a big shit-eating grin. It's like, yeah, that's right, boy. I don't mind killing coggies. I like killing coggies.
Who else is in this room at the minute?
You have Eddy, Lottie, Stubbs, Rosa, Chloe, and not Trixie, because Trixie's stayed in the bar area. So Chloe's there keeping an eye on Lottie to make sure Lottie's okay.
Is Benny here?
Yes.
Right.
Me and Benny to bite him.
Because it's only just It's only just occurred to us that we haven't got anybody on the outside of this door to stop anyone from walking in. Right? Like, I don't know, two rather naive daughters of this infamous captain here.
I assume that you'd have people stationed, knowing. You
Right.
were
So
the captain.
I'll just say to Eddy, I said, I think we're making this Timmy a little nervous. Maybe Benny could step outside and make sure that we're not disturbed by anyone. I would hate for someone to walk in on us.
When the captain says nervous, are you putting emphasis on that word?
Yes, I can do.
Yeah. In which case, Eddie will command Benny to stand guard outside the room. As Benny walks past the cage, past Timmy, he'll turn, gnash his jaws at him, and then walk out. And Benny will be stood guard.
Okay. Right, so I'm just gonna move in order of what the icons are on the screen. So, Vicky, you had a question for Captain to say. What question do you pass? What question would you like him to ask?
Well, why did he come to that specific place? Why is he there by himself? Like, who sent, like, why is he there? What's the reason?
Okay. Captain, how do you just phrase it as why were you out in Glimmerborough, or how do you phrase it?
What does Lottie want to know with it? Just why is it why Timmy is there, or why is the Cogsworth nut job there?
Well, why was he there? Like,
Timmy.
was he trying to kidnap me or something? Like, what?
Timmy, right? Okay, Timmy specifically, right? Okay, right.
Yeah.
So, you know what? It's quite ironic, really. If anybody else had been there, they may have gone unnoticed, but not you. Now, why were you there?
Roll your intimidation or persuasion, Captain.
Intimidation. Excuse me.
That's fine. You don't have to tell me which one each time, you know.
Okay.
Wonderful. I was sent out by Terence there was a few of us sent out in Glimmerborough to find any notice of your ship or Lottie, because Terence wants to know where Lottie is. We were also asked if for Oswald we could locate a girl called Rosa. And a guy called Eddy.
And what? You've just got a name? That's it?
We were shown pictures, and then he turns and looks at Eddy. Him, her, and her. And we're supposed to report back and to Terence and Oswald if we'd seen them.
And tonight was the first night that you found them?
Tonight was the first night we were here.
Who else, or how many others, have been sent out to look for these lovely people?
Only 3. And due to Vicky getting a nat 20 on the previous one, Lottie knows with some certainty that he was the only one who found them. Because Glimmerborough is a massive city, so some would probably be like around the Winner Circle, some would be around the CD back parts. So he was the only one round the Rainbow Bar.
Okay. Now, where is your ship? It's certainly big enough, but I've not seen it. Where is it berthed?
Now, Captain, do you remember where I told you were docked?
Vaguely.
I believe I said something like Purple Docking Bay 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are over in the Orange Docking Bay, and they take up 2 docks for their massive ship. And he tells you that they're in the Orange Docking Bay. So
Would
it's
we...
Sorry.
Go on.
Geographically wise, would we know
Yeah.
how far away that is?
Quite far. It's like the other side of the dock. So in terms of like the rainbow, it's the other side. So if he screamed from here, they would never hear him. Not giving you ideas, Stubbs. Don't give me that, Smurf.
Okay. Next question, I guess.
Rosa is gonna do an insight. Not great.
I'll believe him. If the
Okay.
ship is that big, it's going to be plain enough to see once you get close enough. So I'll not bother with that.
Rosa will whisper in your ear, Captain. Why Eddy and her for Oswald? That's the question she would want to ask.
Why Eddy and her for Oswald?
Yeah, because Oswald wants it reporting back if Eddy or Rosa's seen. We know why Terence is after Lottie, because he's going to try and strong arm Lottie into, marriage.
Yeah.
But why Rosa and Eddy?
Fair enough. I'll ask the question. So, when you found us and presumably sent someone to capture these people, Miss Louise there, I understand why that nutjob Cogsworth wants her. But why Rosa and Eddy.
And as you say that, you see Rosa put some gloves on her hands that makes her hands glow flaming, and she's just glaring at him.
I would make sure that you tell the truth with this one.
Eddy, this is the first time you've seen her use this. He goes, for Eddy, he wanted to try and convince him to join him. For Rosa, it was, all he said was unfinished business. And he is quite frightened of Rosa right now, because she looks very angry. But she's not going chasing, Captain, at least. Stubbs, Eddy, Lottie, Captain, this is all the first time you've seen her use this.
I'll turn to look at this, right? And I'll smile with some renewed respect, methinks. Right? And I'll just nod. And then turn back.
Eddy, what do you think of Rosa's new thing?
She just had time to work on stuff. He's impressed that he's got someone, but he's going to ask her about it.
I knew you would. Mechanically, this is burning hands. Right, okay. Captain, it's your turn for a question. What is your question this time? If you can think of one. If not, we'll go to Eddy.
Well, I've been sort of ad-libbing and asking little
Yeah.
questions in between when I sort of can, as the narrative will allow. So I'll just keep going.
Okay, Eddy, your turn.
How many other vessels are with them?
How many of what, sorry?
How many other vessels are with them or are on the way?
Just ours, but there's other vessels, if needed, half the distance. They're on standby for in case anything happens to this one, because some people on board are very wary of Stubbs's and Captain Nik's reputations.
Look to the captain. Fuck you, do to piss him off.
Captain, you know what you were.
He doesn't know. There was only 2 people on the ship that know,
There
and
was
one of them
only-
isn't here anymore.
Exactly, but it's not like they can't do the research into people.
Yeah, but they don't know. So
Oh.
I'll just turn to Stubbs. I'll just turn to Stubbs and I'll just say, call it a misspent youth.
Suppose we have that in common.
I will say this, Oswald was one of the ones who knew about some of your past youth and rumours he learned. Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is Eddy's question. We move back to Stubbsy. Again.
Say Oswald and old Terry was to have a mishap. What happens then? Who's next down the line?
They're a extended family of the Cogsworths, and they would do a full invasion after you. That's what they've planned. If anything was to happen to this ship, they would come after specifically your ship and leave with no one alive. And that is the answer you get from him on that one. Lottie, your turn for a question.
I'm trying to think. I think we've got Bastard Lords, haven't we?
Yeah.
I guess, well, how did they even find us in the first place? How?
I mean, they already knew where we were coming. It was public knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes, but they
Yeah, but
didn't...
Glimmerborough specifically.
Exactly.
They didn't know
Shinnigan's a
be there.
big
They didn't
place.
know they were going to be in that place.
Captain, phrase it how you wish. How did they know you would be in Glimmerborough?
Yeah, I'll just say it like that.
Okay. Roll your check for this one, please, because this one is potentially a biggie, so it's going to be... Ooh, I'm going to... Okay, never mind. They were sent maps and information by two guys in Shinnigan. One's a really dodgy person who runs businesses called Vista, and the other one has been sending them stuff to get them there faster. His name is Brass.
We've lost Nik.
And he missed that info.
We've got Nik.
Hello.
Hi, you missed that.
I did miss that.
So the Cogs have been working with two people. One of them has sent them a map letting them know where you were, which is Vista. And the other one has been sending them parts, which is Brass, to get them there faster. Now, Captain, you are aware of Vista. He's the very, let's call him, interesting business owner that's after your Naomi, who owns the Chroma Arena and the Winner's Circle. Brass is the one who owns the Copper Forge and the Prismatic Foundry. So the Coggies have been working with them too. However, Lottie, do you want to let the captain know you need to speak to him about this situation later?
Yes. I did manage to catch a few things whilst working in the Rainbow Bar.
You might not want to say it in front of that guy, though.
I was just going to say that.
Chloe says, "We'll talk to you a bit later, Captain," and has her hand over your mouth. Lottie, do this. This is why you have me here. Captain, we cordially request to have a meeting with you after this, and of course, Stubbs and Eddy, Rosa. Yeah. Us two and Trixie found some information out the past few nights. You told us only to report back on anything about the Stubbs, but we found out other stuff.
Oh, good. We can talk about that straight after this this questioning, of course, unless I need to
and you
wash some blood out my clothes. But yes, that's fine.
Chloe says, "May I speak freely for a moment to this prisoner, Captain?"
Who says this, Rosie?
No, this is Chloe, who says,
Oh, Chloe,
"Keep an eye on Lottie." My darling.
I'll wince, and I'll just go. I'll now lean in and go, well, we are shit out of luck now. And I'll just step aside.
It's up to you. He can either give a message back or not give a message back. Because I know what the big guy wants to do to him. The big guy wants to make him a smear on the ground. We can send him back with a message to tell the Coggies to fuck off. Or can send him back and say this never happened. If you're sending back with a message, I have a message. And she gives you this kind of big smirk.
I think
Yet
Miss
to be decided.
I think Miss Chloe, we have other ideas.
But I have a message he could send back. Like how my darling cousin has traded up and is done better than a scum of the earth Cogsworth. So there will be no wedding. And she just glares at him. You hear me? There will be no wedding. If he even tries, her flaming hands will rip out his junk.
What sort of fucking loser waits till marriage, anyways? Just go and fucking tell him to go and fucking dip his wick anywhere,
Oh
but
my
not
God.
here.
Don't be an idiot. They've already had sex. I know this. Stubbs, really? You think she hasn't already had sex? She had sex with the pirate captain. Not
Chloe.
what? You don't think I kept up to date with what you were doing? You're my baby cousin.
I'm not on about her, I'm on about him.
Yeah,
He's a fucking loser come all this way for a bit of trim.
No, he wants to marry her for a reason. It's probably political. Probably because his father's in prison, so he needs an heir to secure his.
Could be fucking anyone.
Yeah, I bet he wants her. Because I mean, look at her. Come on. Is he gonna do better than Lottie? No.
Stubbs just rolls his eyes.
Hey, that's my cousin. You're rolling your eyes about. Captain, permission to slap Stubbs.
Denied.
Fine. She pouts.
I know. Nick will actually be laughing at all of this, and it's just.
You really don't
Man.
understand politics, do you?
Oh no, I understand them fine.
I know you do. I mean, Stubbs
have
doesn't.
no
It's
time
fine.
Honestly, it's just life. It's not that fucking complicated.
Yeah,
As you can see, Timmy, we have a complicated relationship. But as no doubt that we all love each other, and nothing's going to get in the way of that. Even if you're allowed to take a message back, which may happen, depends on how cooperative you are. But even if you are allowed, I probably would keep that particular message to yourself, because I think maybe one of the what's that adage? Don't shoot the messenger.
he nods.
I wouldn't need to do anything to you,
He just nods.
if you catch my drift. On that, well, do we let you go? Or more precisely, do you want to go? Because let's face it, you are in a bit of a mess. And
If I go back, I won't tell them anything I've seen here, I swear.
no, they'll be able to read it in you. They can certainly smell it in you. Now, we could let you go, but would you want to go back? Would they believe anything that you say? Even if you were to tell them the absolute truth?
Rosa kind of rolls her eyes a bit and says, if he needs cleaning up, I've got some liquid I can throw on him that would make him not smell of piss and the staining would be gone. Mechanically, we call this prestidigitation. If you need me to clean him up, I will.
Worth considering. Eh?
I'm happy to tell you what you want, and I won't tell them a thing. I'm just... You can... Captain...
Yes, I do know insight.
Yeah, I
that
do insight.
I'm going to do the exact same.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey! I know when someone's shit scared of me.
Stubbs, you know when someone's shit scared of you. He is the main reason he is saying everything he is. He is shit scared of you and the stories he's heard of you having no hands and somehow ripping people to shreds with your teeth without them getting away. He is shit scared of you. This is the only
That's a bit of a laudum for people who haven't heard that, I suppose.
He works for the Cogsworth. He knows. Eddy, you.
It's a lush image.
Eddie, I believe.
What image, Trev? What image
that
gets
image,
you?
you're ripping people apart with your teeth because your hands have been chopped off or something like that. That's just
Yep,
great.
literally that's what happens. When he had his hands cut off, he went in a mad rampage, killed the head of the Cogsworth Corporation, rampaged his way out, literally battering people with his feet, stumps, and teeth.
Wow.
Okay, were there any more specific sorts of questions?
I will say this, Lottie.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one who knew the rumor about Stubbs about this. That he tore a man's out with his teeth. Yeah, so Lottie, you.
No, my memory's like.
You kind of had this flash in your head about this conversation that you and Chloe were talking about in hushed tones about there was a rumour that Stubbs tore a man's throat out with his teeth. The mechanical hands weren't even made yet. And you look at him and you can understand why this guy is shaking now. You put two and two together. Oh shit. It might be true. Barnabas knew the other one that was similar to that. The one that Eddy knew was about him eating a mob boss, which... Eddy, do you think him eating a mob boss is true?
Jury's still out.
Jury's still wonderful.
Who's to say?
And Nik, you heard that he killed 12 people in a barroom brawl.
Based on what I've seen of him, that's entirely possible.
So, Lottie, like all three of you having heard these rumours about him pre-ship, you can understand why, with the rumours that went around with Stubbs, why this guy is, like, shaking, saying, I won't say a thing. I'm scared of that guy. Like, every time Stubbs gets close to the cell, he starts shaking. And then when Stubbs backs off, he relaxes a little, but not much. So, Eddy, is there any other questions you wanted Captain to ask?
Not necessarily for the captain to ask, but Eddy will come up towards him and say, so Oswald wants me.
Yes.
And his reasons are his own, but I can tell you now it's because I'm a hell of a lot better than he is. If he's been getting stuff off the coffer forge, what surprises does he have for us?
There's like, if there was, depending on the proximity of the other ship to the destroyer, there is like a flamethrower that could potentially reach another ship, but it's currently Oswald's still working on some kinks on it because it has backfired and injured members of the ship. Rosa's like, by the way, he is a little shit, so don't expect him to be a great engineer. He's clearly the B team. He just nods and says, some of the stuff that he's working on, it seems like he's missing something. He really wanted a book that you guys had that had some of the things that he was working on, but since he lost that book and it is no longer part of the ship, it seems like some of the stuff he's working on, he can't quite get it right. He's trying to get a rocket launchers attached either side to the ship. He goes through a list of like upgraded cannons, harpoons and stuff. The main thing that Copperforge sent them was things that to adapt their engines to get them to Glimmerbra quicker. But that's the main thing that they sent them, was stuff like that, not firepower. So that's what he tells you, Eddy. He does say to you though, Eddy, he was working on like an electric cannon, which is similar to the Tesla cannon that you were wanting to work on, but that went horribly wrong and had a bad accident on board. Anything else? Sorry,
Yes. Who are the people in like the officer positions? So who's the bosun? Because I would have a reasonably good idea if I would know or have known quite a lot of people. So I want to know who the bosun is. I want to know who the quartermaster is, the pilot, etc., etc. Just to see if I have heard of them, so I can gauge their abilities if I have.
Give me a moment, Captain Nik.
Just make them up. I'll never know.
I can't, because some of them are not made up, Captain Nik. So he's offered a pretty penny to people to join, Captain Nik, just so you're aware of this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm about to say these names, and when you do, Captain Nik, you will know them. The bosun is called... Are you ready?
Get me one little... Let's get me one little load. Shit.
Good.
Right, okay.
Captain Nik, go to page 4. Bosun.
Of my own document, right?
Of your
okay.
own document.
Right.
Bosun.
Right, okay.
Caden Barrett. Oh, that came up funny. Bosun Caden Barrett. First mate, Mansfield Relentless Derby.
Right.
And working as the quartermaster and not the captain is Hancock Deadeyes Beardsley. He is working as the quartermaster, suspiciously, and not pirate captain. But you recognise these 3 people because these 3 people worked aboard the Zappa's Seal. Captain, how we doing?
Fine.
Give me...
I will contain all of that in as best I can for the minute. So I would imagine that would be a deception from me versus...
Give me deception and everyone else roll insight against the captain.
Well, thanks for Mr. Smithson. He is giving me advantage on that.
You can soon take it away.
Captain Nik, Chloe, Eddy and Rosa look at you and can see you're not quite right. In fact, Chloe, on a 26, can tell why. Because she got a nat 20, Captain.
Right. Unless she knows my history, she won't know why specifically.
You don't think she knows anything with talking to pirates?
What sort of emotion are we seeing on Nick's face right now?
On Nick's face, it is... First name is curiosity. Second name then is confusion. Third name is... It goes from a bit of like disbelief to annoyance to a little bit of worry, and then calm.
Captain, these 3 people are cutthroat pirates. You know them. You've trained them. And your baby girls are aboard this ship. Your Naomi is on this ship. Your found family is on this ship. And those 3 names are 3 ones that you never thought you'd hear working aboard a coggy vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chloe says, I think we need to have a bit of a break and come back to this. Captain, shall Lottie and I have a talk with you and the rest of the crew in your chambers? Just to give you a break from this for a moment.
Are we finished here anyway? Are there any more questions?
Lottie, was there any more from you?
No, not at the moment.
Right, okay.
Do you want Rosa to clean him up? Yes.
Yeah, sure, because he does
Okay.
smell.
We don't want that, do we?
No, it's making a pop.
Rosa you sprays him with some stuff, and the smell is gone, the staining is gone, and he's just like, he's quite afraid of her because he saw her flaming hands before, and she's like stopped them being flaming and taken off her gloves and put them in her bag now. And all of you head up to the captain's cabin, all 6 of you. Captain, do you send in Dimitri and leave Sam in charge? Or do you leave Dimitri out there while the girls are going to update you?
I'll leave Sam in charge, that's fine.
Okay, Dimitri comes in as well. Lottie! Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Do you want to copy and paste your version? Or...
Yeah, because there's quite a lot of it, so there's quite a lot
Read it out.
to read through.
It's up to you if you want to read it out, or if you just want to copy and paste it in chat, if you find it easier. It's up to you if you'd rather speak it or copy and paste.
I'll
Read it out.
copy it.
Do the uncomfortable. Go on. Do the uncomfortable. Stretch them boundaries. Go on.
It's going to take a while.
Chloe will grab Trixie on the way as well, because Trixie was there and went, come on, Captain wants an update about Rainbow. And you have the 3 girls that were there. You also have Rosa and Dimitri as well.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Vicky.
Okay, so while we've been working at the Rainbow Bar these last few nights, and we have managed to gather a little bit of information regarding interesting goings on in this place. It's very eventful, and there's certain rumours and behaviours that we've picked up from different individuals and groups just hanging around in Glimmerborough. There seems to be a big interest in Stubbs at the moment, which started on the first night. So I've heard a few people having mixed opinions on him. Like, some are really excited and want to know if he's going to be fighting again. Others not so much. A few have labelled him a flash in the pan, one-hit wonder. They're wondering why he's missed this last day of fighting and what's going on there. Like, starting to...
You can't see Jim's expression right now.
Chloe has, as always, has been doing her best to reassure everyone that Stubbs is still in training and will definitely be fighting again at some point. He's just recovering from the last encounter he had. And yes, but there are a few rumours going around. And yeah, he's a hot topic at the moment.
Always good to leave them wanting.
Jim, as Stubbs, come on. I know that you've been dying to say something. I saw how your face went like that, in fact.
I don't think I need to use words when that image sums up like especially the words flash in the pan. It's like, oh, you fucking what?
Yeah, there's been...
One-hit wonders even worse than that.
One-hit wonder's not so bad in the context of a fighter, though, because it means that you knock people out in one hit. But seriously, that's not what they fucking meant, so fuck them. I'm going to prove a point.
I don't think you need to, Stubbsy. We'll explain it a bit. It's fine. Let's just say the main naysayer has been dealt with.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's mostly positive, though. Most of the people are really excited about Stubbs, and people have been asking about more merchandise and things like that. So, yeah, they just want to know really when he's going to be fighting again, if he is going to be fighting again.
Also, the tune has been on the radio so much. It's let's just face it, it's a banger. Everyone seems to love it. And also, I've noticed some of the crew turning on the Glimmerborough radio and bopping to your tune. So there's that, Stubbs. Positive, not just negative. Please don't focus on what the negative things were said.
Fucking kill him.
You don't need to. And no.
Yeah, and I did hear a couple of people wondering if Stubbs had taken maybe a big payout of money and just decided to flee. But
I'm right here, not fleeing. We just have to fucking sit and watch our pile of fucking dollars.
That everything?
No.
no, there's a lot more.
All right, okay.
Okay, so a little bit on... So we've been here 4 nights, and we've obviously been working 4 nights, so there's been... Something has happened each night. So regarding the foundry, we know that Harlequin from the Prismatic Laboratory, she's been helping with some repairs on Dolby's ship, working alongside Iridescent, which that's been all under Midnight's direction. And so Iridescent...
Well, Garrett's been there as well, because Garrett was overseeing it all, because that's what you requested, Captain. So.
Yeah.
Iridescent has asked if any more crew members will be working at the Rainbow Bar or visiting the Rainbow Bar, because she would like to speak to you, Captain, about some ideas that she's got.
Okay.
Under Chloe's breath, she says, "That's not the only one she wanted to speak to, is it?" They look at you, Eddie, for a second and then stop.
Yeah. But generally, Trixie has mentioned that the crew are all fully committed to the repairs and the upgrades during the stay. And that's it. They're committed to getting the ship all upgraded and ready and everything. There are some rumours that I need to make you aware of around Vista. the slimy little entitled rich Burke who was going after your beautiful Naomi?
Yes, that was taken down a peg. Or sliced down a peg, perhaps.
Well, he's reportedly investigating to whether it's legal or not to have a second wife. Or would he have to make do with a mistress?
Captain, as she says this, I need you to do a
imagine
deception check,
like to do
please.
A deception check. Why?
I assume that you're trying to hide the annoyance of this moment that he's trying to look into. Legalities on whether or not he can marry your Naomi as well as having his current wife.
Actually, I won't hide it, but it's not going to
Okay.
be annoyance or anger or anything like that. It's going to be humour.
Okay.
Why? Everyone's such a fucking loser.
That's fairly close to what I was thinking. I mean, how long has this guy lived here, and he needs to check to see if it's legal? Come on.
Chloe goes, oh, don't worry.
You must have met her like, what, 3 or 4 fucking times?
Some girls have that effect. I saw that. Don't worry, it gets worse. Go on, Lottie. Tell him.
Yes. Wait there, because there's so much of it. I've got it all over the place at the minute. Because the way I've written it all, I've done it kind of in order of each day, because that's how it was all written in like the first place. So
That's
different
okay.
orders. Yeah.
Right, so that was from the first night. Lottie can tell you about night 2, Captain and Stubbs. So please remember, we were there 4 nights. This is all the intel the 3 of us have gathered.
Yes. So there's one individual that's popped up a few times, annoyingly, which is Charcoal. He works at the foundry.
You see that Rosa, and she's not going to hide it, gets visibly annoyed as his name is mentioned. Captain and Stubbs, you know from your reports, this is the one who was crassly hitting on Rosa. And Ava threatened him. Go on, Lottie.
Yeah, so he's been displaying really inappropriate behaviour, trying to grab some of the girls in there, just making advances towards Rosie and Trixie. Trixie did manage to deal with him in her own way, warned him off and give him just...
Trixie pops up. I dropped a drink in his lap. That didn't seem to work, so I threatened to set him on fire. I hope that's okay with you all. Especially you, sister. And Rosa gives a nod of approval. Okay. Go ahead, Lottie.
Yeah, so this is carried on, and they've seen he's been hanging around and he's been intoxicated and he's been attempting to grab some of the girls, and they've had a few of the engineers that have actually intervened and stopped this, but he has actually been suspended now.
The engineers who stopped them was Forrest and Sky. They're 2 of the ones that you were looking at, Captain. Trixie says the 2 of the ones that you were looking at potentially join the crew. Charcoal. Okay, can I say this? But Stubbs, you have to promise to behave.
Aren't I always?
No.
Well, look, we got a coggy downstairs who's still fucking breathing. I'm on my best fucking behaviour.
Okay, this charcoal pervert guy was one of the ones that was one of your nurses. He's the one who said that you were a flash in the pan, and that he hopes that Nik sparks you out
Mm-hmm.
with his 1 hit punch. Sorry, go on, Lots.
Yeah, so he was suspended for just repeating this behaviour over and over again and not getting the hint. But he did actually return after that on the third night. He did come.
Sorry, he didn't return back to the foundry, just to make it very clear. He did go back to the Rainbow Bar. Sorry, Captain.
I'm trying to follow all of this written down.
It's okay. He returned back to the foundry because he's suspended from the foundry, but he turned up drunk at the Rainbow Bar. Sorry, go on, Vicky. You can go on, Vicky. So I think you're under the
Yes, so regarding Stubbs, obviously there's been quite a lot of word about Stubbs and why is he absent? Why is he not taking part? And some of the patrons have been questioning like his condition and his commitment to fighting, and whether any of the other Nimbus people would be just as capable of stepping up and doing that. So people have been kind of whispering quite a lot about that. So Charcoal was suspended for misconduct. So that Midnight did take disciplinary action out on Charcoal and suspended him. There was also Fuchsia, who was suspended for bullying other members of staff, particularly Lilac, and she was dismissed. Both of those have been recommended to the Copper Forge, with Gerald agreeing that only reliable and trustworthy workers should remain there. Midnight and Sandy, they have begun discussions regarding Sandy potentially taking over the Forge. They did mention a trade agreement with Verida Majoris for parts, and that could be beneficial to raise this with you directly.
Excellent.
And
Chloe just butts in for a second. Just a little bit of chatter for you, Stubbsy. Pompadour is upset with his loss and blames his sister for her misdeeds. He was there with a friend, and he told his friend at the Rainbow Bar that he has dared Amethyst, his sister, the current female champion, to put her belt on the line against Capri Sage, your friend that you made? The girl with two-tone hair?
All right, okay.
Sorry, go on, Lottie.
yeah, and also there's been word that Brass is reportedly seeking to expand the Copper Forge and is actively pursuing marriage for the purpose of producing heirs. No emotion or social motivations are suggested at that point.
Now we go to about what we found out this night. Go on, Lottie. Do you want me to do this bit, or do you want to do this bit?
I think
Just want to
I just lost from that place where I am to some.
It's okay. Chloe's gonna take over then. Okay, so Stubbsy, you missed your second fight day. People were wondering if you'll fight again. The thing about the payout. Myself and Trixie tell people that you will fight again. You're just training with your trainer some new moves. We also Captain there's been quite a few people who've come in for your drink, and also the tune's been on, which has got people singing in the bar, Stubbs brass hands. At the Foundry, so at the Rainbow Bar tonight, Fuchsia came in drunk, threw herself at Forrest, who rebuffed her. Eminence, the bar manager of the Rainbow Bar, told her to go, I'll have to arrange transport for her. She tried hitting on him and then threw up on outside on her dress and shoes. Charcoal tried coming back in to grab Harlequin and Alatrixie, which resulted in a black eye for Charcoal, courtesy of Forrest, who told him he'd warned him multiple times through the week. He wouldn't listen, and he's told him to stay away from the girls. I had to let Sandy and Eminence know that basically my cousin had a crazy ex who was trying to find her, and that was the reason why we sent Eminence to give you that message, Captain, about looking after us, because we're just simple girls that need protecting from evil coggies. I will say that Sky and Forrest did offer to walk us back to the ship, but we thought they're not enough firepower for coggies, so we waited for you. Them two walked the girls from the Foundry back. And also, this is the creepy part. Brass is trying to arrange a marriage between himself and Vista's daughter. Vista is extremely against it, and Brass, because Brass, and I quote, doesn't come from good stock. Brass is very angry that Vista will not give him what he wants, and rumor has it is Brass may use force to take what he wants, regardless of the consequences. So there's impending doom. And that's all we have currently. I know it's a lot to take in, Captain, Stubbs, Eddy and Co.
Okay.
Yeah, so from my understanding, Brass, who owns the Copper Forge and the Foundry, he has things like mechs and big firepower. So if he doesn't see, from the chat that we heard on Vicky's Nat 20, he doesn't seem like a very reasonable person. And may just invade Glimmerborough with all of his stuff to try and take what he wants. It doesn't sound good.
So is that a military coup? Is that what he's trying to do there?
Potentially, he's still trying to barter with Vista at this point, from what we've heard, but it could be a military coup, yes.
Man, our timing sucks.
Yeah! Yeah,
Everyone's such a fucking loser doing all this shit for Trim.
I can't disagree.
Hey, one of them is after your Naomi, so at least he's got taste, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So there you go. There's the update from us three. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer. And Chloe just stands there smiling.
Well done.
Thank you. I will say that the people of the Foundries, they've only had one drink as a nightcap each night, but I think they kind of came just to support us, which was really nice. Well, I say the nice people from the Foundry, not the evil, blood-sucking temptress that was drunk.
Yeah, I get it.
She looks at you, Eddy, like she was about to say something, then Chloe stops herself. I'm just nods to Lottie and Trixie as if to say, let's not interfere.
He's got no reaction. He's busy thinking about other things right now.
Yep. Captain Stubbs, any questions you have for the girls from what they've overheard currently? So, Captain, you know that Sandy and Midnight want to have a meeting with you about the plans for the foundry.
Yes. That is the bit that I'm more interested in.
I knew you would be. Not the drama and the
Nope,
stuff.
not bothered about any of the drama or the political maneuvering of the weirdos that live in Shinnigan.
Yep.
It is a very weird place. We're learning this.
Yeah.
We can't even say it's just people from Shinnigan, though, because the fucking coggies are losers as well.
Do you say this is
That's
Stubbs?
true.
I mean, if we're denigrating the people of Shinnigan, then that would absolutely be what Stubbs would add in, but I don't think that was said in character, was it?
If you
Not
did-
really, no.
If you did, Chloe would have shot back at you and said, "At least he has has taste. Have you not seen my cousin?"
Okay. Back to the matter at hand, shall we? That was a detailed report. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome, Captain. We will continue for the next 2 nights working there, as agreed.
Yes, we'll report anything important back to you, Captain.
Agreed. I would like you to take some additional muscle, just in case the coggies do turn up.
Happy to, Captain.
All right.
So you can read on her face, Lottie, because you actually, I'd probably say, Lottie and Stubbs, you can read on her face. She's thinking about asking for Sam to be one of the escorts and stops herself. Captain, who would you recommend for such an endeavour?
It's more to do with having members of the crew, or a few members of the crew, there in the place, just in case the cogs turn up,
Okay.
right, in the place. And then, should something need to be done about it, there's more than just the three of them. That technically shouldn't really do anything because you're working behind the bar, right? At least then that could be a runner sent or something like that.
Yeah.
That's more in the lanes that I was thinking. It's also a few more people to escort them back to the ship, a sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, safety in numbers sort of thing. So it doesn't matter who it is. They can do it on a rotation.
Okay. Stubbs, do you want to be one of the people who guard the girls?
I don't mind doing it. It's just a case of if we have to keep appearances up in the arena at all.
I think, Mr. Stubbs, you would attract quite a lot of attention, since as you have been absent in their eyes lately. How about a rotation of those that never quite got to see your bout? Fresh faces. The people in Glimmerborough won't know them yet, and then that way we can leave the crowd still wanting.
Well, if that's what you think's best, Captain.
How is Stubbs feeling?
I think he's definitely more of the mind of, if there's going to be a big scrap coming down, he just wants to be right in the center of it.
Do you try and hide this on your face? No. I thought that.
So yeah, well, disappointed.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you've known him long enough that he'll do his job. He's professional, regardless of what any personal feelings would be. Because if he wasn't, there'd be a red smear in our hold.
Yes. Right.
listener. You have a unhappy Stubbs. You've just been given all this information that potentially there might be a military coup on the horizon. Potentially.
Okay. I want.
And you've been meeting the following day now with Midnight and Sandy.
Fine. That's fine. What I want tonight, I want some recon of our own. We've got a rough sort of direction, which is,
Okay.
what was it? Orange
Orange.
11 or whatever it was.
So last week I sent you a list of the rogues that we have on the ship. So we have Trixie, Lila, Sonia, Cameron, Lily, and Michaela. Who do you want to send to do the recon? Because I assume Trixie's one of them.
Yeah. And let's go with Cameron.
Trixie and Cameron. Okay. Right. So from all the intel you've got, they head out.
Okay.
While this is
What-
going on, what do you
What
have?
I'm after out of them is where the ship is. Roughly how many people are on guard. What is happening on the dock next to it? I mean, are they like stocking up? Are they supplying stuff? Bunker down for maybe 3 or 4 hours and watch and see what's going on. And after the 3 or 4 hours, then report back. I can do that too.
There you can. I'm just doing the rolls, Captain. Don't worry. There's nothing to be worried about here.
I'm not worried at all.
Still have that item.
So over the few hours that they're there, what are you all doing? Do you let this guy? Are you gonna let this guy go back or not yet? He does let you know, Captain. He's a check-in time of 12 and of midnight. So you've got a couple of hours before it's midnight, and if he doesn't check in by midnight, they will be sending people out to find him. Okay, so that too. She's a blast character, right? A couple of hours later, Trixie and Cameron comes back, and she goes, "Well, at least I was able to hide you." Ugh. Hi, Captain Stubbs and Co. Great. So, what do you want to know again, Captain? They are in Orange. They're in Orange Bay 10 and 11. They're like on the far end.
Okay. How far away is it?
It's about an hour's walk, Captain. But we kind of ran most of the way and most of the way back. We have good stamina. Well, I do.
How many were on guard?
Roughly from what I could see on her 20. I saw there was quite a lot. There was about 50 people that I saw on guard. I did briefly see someone that you told me that I'm not allowed to shoot anyone, and if I had, I would have shot that little rat bastard for everything he did to my sisters and I.
I appreciate your restraint.
I know what Stubbs would have done in my place. He would have somehow used his extendo arm to grab that boy. Despite him
That's
being
why
very,
you were
very
there.
far
That's
away.
why you were there and he was not.
True. He was very, very far away, so I don't know how exactly your arm goes.
You underestimate Mr. Stubbs' determination.
No, I don't. I heard rumors of him ripping people apart. And I've seen what he's done to some people before. I'm not gonna say.
Trust me when I say you underestimate Mr. Stubbs' determination.
I don't underestimate his restraint. He may be restrained right now, but I've seen him with no restraint. And she just turns and looks at you and says, Natasha, that is all.
Just shrug.
The ship itself, I want to know what was seen, what weapons were visible, the size of it, in compared to the Nimbus here.
It's like 3 or 4 times the size of the Nimbus. Where she can see where the cannons would come from, there is like a lid, so they'd have to pop out. So it would be delayed. They had, from what they could see, there was weapons on the top deck as well, which looks like some of the ones that the prisoner described. But some of them, she said that she lets you know that Oswald looked very frustrated, as if something wasn't working. And she says, I assume it's probably his penis from sticking it in the back of Terence. Sorry to be crass, people.
Honestly, if it was, he probably wouldn't be around here, so just be wrong for being inaccurate, I guess.
She sticks his one out at you.
Okay, so the time that they were there, was there a guard rotation?
She didn't
Like a change of shift?
There was no change of shift while she was there, but she thinks that it may have happened a few hours earlier.
Okay. Was anyone seen coming or going from the ship?
Not at this time, but we almost got seen. And she kind of glances back to Cameron and says, luckily, I was able to make sure that he wasn't seen. He struggled to keep up with me.
I'll just ignore that. I think that's it for now. Good work.
Thank you. I want to say something that kind of makes me want to vomit, and she looks at you like it looks like they have some people working on like a little mini kind of chapel on the deck of the ship. Bomb.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Why is every coggy such a fucking loser?
Why can't I just get the hint?
did you tell him no? And you think back, you haven't actually told him explicitly no. Oh, it's over. You haven't used those words to him yet. So he's still holding on to a sliver of hope. And reading into a look he saw from you that may not be exactly what he thought it was, but he believes there's hope. You at the time were in two minds.
Let's hope I get to meet him again soon then.
So what you're saying is that Lottie's a bit of a cock tease. Is that what you're saying?
Has she not established this? Think of what she did to Brandon. Come on, people. Yes, she is.
Do I have to spell it out for him or something?
Chloe, have you actually told him no?
Yes, many times.
She will do an insight check against you, just so you know. And she will have advantage, Vicky. So if you would like to do your deception, please do your deception. Would you like to flash of genius, Chloe, please, Eddy?
I haven't got any left.
I beat her.
Anyone else who would like to?
Nope.
Nope.
You know. Haha! Trixie! Trixie looks at you. Oh, Lottie, no. You didn't tell him. Why didn't you tell him? So Trixie.
Well, Well, it'll be when I see him again. He'll be getting it.
He'll be getting what exactly?
All like that is why we're in this shit to begin with.
Chloe just shakes her head and goes, okay. Captain, actually, no, I won't ask permission to start my cousin. Look, why didn't you tell him no? So, Lottie, in hindsight, thinking of this could have been all avoided if you had said to Terrence, I'm no longer interested, fuck you. Instead, he's holding on to a sliver of hope, has sent a destroyer after you, is still planning on marrying you.
Well, I've been waiting to meet him. I haven't actually met him properly for since
you ran
ages
away.
ago. Yeah.
Captain.
Was that a maybe?
Yeah.
That was a maybe, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, Captain, hearing all this, and Lottie's now admission that maybe I forgot to tell him no.
Maybe I didn't say those words exactly.
Chloe,
He should know. He should know.
he should know.
How? Right, there's an easy way that we can solve this. All of us is going to march over that fucking coggy destroyer. She's going to say, fuck off. And if you don't take that for an answer, we'll blast his fucking cock off and come back.
Yeah. I wouldn't say no.
Chloe looks at the captain. Can we do something more sophisticated than the Stubbs way?
Absolutely.
No.
Thank you. Lottie, you're going to write a letter to Terrence saying no. You will spray it with your perfume. It will be hand-delivered by someone who is not part of this crew so that they won't shoot the messenger. Is that a more elegant situation, Captain?
For the moment, I guess, but I don't think you'll believe it.
Exactly. Is he going to take that for an answer? I don't think so.
However, we do have a messenger sitting in our hold.
This is true. Lottie, draft a letter.
And you could write it in front of him, seal it, and hand it to him immediately, and we can send him on his way.
Okay.
We don't have to do it now.
Captain,
I can think of a few words to say in a letter to Terrence.
Captain, there is a couple of hours that if he doesn't check in, that a Cogsworth squad will be searching for him in Glyrimbra. So you have 2 hours to get this guy backed at least towards the ship.
Well, it's only an hour's walk away, so we have an hour.
Yep. So
Or
Lottie,
half an hour if he runs.
Captain, if I may,
Absolutely.
we still have the element of surprise here. They don't know where we are yet. if we send him back with a letter, they'll know he knows where we are. Is it worth sending him on his way and getting him to come back tomorrow?
Well, they know he was in this area of the city. This is the other part of the problem. They know he was in this area of the city, and they will come and look for him.
Chloe,
And if they come and look for him, they'll find the ship.
Chloe looks at you and
So
says,
either way, they'll know where we are.
Chloe, there is another idea I have, Captain. If you are willing, we send a letter. Terence must come alone. We find a place that is not the Rainbow Bar, because that is like our safe haven. Just a pub or a bar, maybe one that Stubbs went to on his like amble. That we can meet him at. Lottie will say her piece, then we walk away.
I like this idea. However, I'm going to build upon it.
Okay. I'm just thinking, if we make sure that the guy doesn't have a letter from us, and we offer him a time and place to meet us, that means they don't know where we are to try and... If things go badly and he tries to abduct Lottie, I want my cousin safe.
Well, you haven't heard what I want to build it to yet.
Yeah, okay, sorry, Captain.
I think we should organize an audience with the mayor. The mayor, I have a meeting with who was at midnight tomorrow.
Midnight and Sandy, yes.
And Sandy. Okay, so after that meeting, right? I think we should organize a meetup between the mayor, Midnight, and Sandy, and perhaps extend an invitation to the captain of the new ship that's just arrived in Glimmerborough on the mayor's behalf. So once our meeting is concluded, and near the end of that, when Midnight and Sandy are still with the mayor, and our business is concluded, then Captain Cogsworth can arrive. We will be there, they will be there in the mayor's office with two very powerful individuals. I don't think anything would happen there.
No.
That may be a better place. And should he not enjoy the experience or the message that he is given from Lottie, and he shows his slightly insane colors, then they will all know. The whole of Glimmerborough will know, and we will have showed good face.
Okay, that is a good idea. Are you okay with this?
Okay with this. This sounds like a great plan.
Okay.
Captain, can we extend that invitation further to the chief of police? He asked me a few days ago of if there was anything to be worried about with us being here, and I said no, thinking the Cogsworths were well behind us and we'd be out of here. I think he deserves an apology and might need to see why the truth was kept from him.
Well, I don't think you lied, because the plan was for us to leave. It's just
it seems the problems have come to his city, and he needs to know what they can be like.
I tell you what we'll do. On the way to see Midnight and Sandy, why don't we go there first? And it will give him time to introduce himself to the cog, do whatever recon they need to, get men in position that they need to for this meeting with the mayor.
Now, Captain. Actually, Stubbs, you will know this from Rose's very detailed report. Let me have a look. You have a few people who are very good with calligrapher's tools in case you want fancy letters. You have Clara, Ava, Harriet, and Garrett, oddly. If you would like any of them to draft the letters for you.
How was the previous one done? Were we just verbally invited?
For the mayor, you were sent a letter, Captain.
Right. Okay.
Where your presence was requested.
Or we could do objectively the safest thing if we're trying to mask our handwriting, and get newspapers and cut out individual letters and stick them together so it looks like it's a fucking serial killer's manifesto.
Just so you know, Clara has double proficiency in calligrapher's tools, so she'd be very good at writing a letter and masking it if you needed her to.
Okay.
Why are we wanting
But I
to
don't think
forge a letter when
Yeah.
we can just get the mayor to send them himself?
This is true.
We want him on our side.
That's the idea.
Okay. It's just if you wanted her to send any letters, she can. Or make them look fancy.
I don't think there's anyone that we need to send a letter to.
You're just gonna go see them first.
We'll see. Yeah, well, they've invited her, so that's now planned for Midnight and Sandy. So that one's a done deal. The only one that we need to really be like upfront about is the one with the mayor.
Okay.
Right. But what I will do is we'll send something to the mayor, but I need it answered quickly, and I mean, I know how time-consuming and all that sort of stuff can take. Right? In this world, I have got no idea what it's like in Glimmerbright. They may have nailed the I can't remember what the word's called. Bureaucracy, right? They may have nailed bureaucracy on the head, and it's the most efficient thing ever in the history of mankind here. Right? I doubt it. But that's what we've got to do. So I need to get a hold of the mayor.
Okay.
To first ask him for a meeting with Midnight and Sandy.
Okay.
I also, during this meeting, right, hopefully it will go well, right, to convince them, or ask them, I should say, to come to see the mayor with me, whilst at the same time have Captain Cogsworth invited to see the mayor. But before all of that happens, we need to go and see the chief of police, like what Eddy has said, because that is absolutely the right thing to do.
Okay, so when do you go? Are you releasing the prisoner as well? So
No.
You're not going to release him? You don't. He's already told you what will happen if he is not sent back.
Well, we'll test him. We'll test his word. Yeah, go on. We'll release him.
Okay, he is released and will go back.
And he hasn't found anyone.
Captain, if you need a letter sent into the mayor quickly, I can take care of that. I can go myself and do it.
Fabulous. You volunteered.
I give Timmy advantage due to being very, very scared of Stubbs. Just so you know, Captain, he does not squeal.
We would have found out sooner or later.
Yep. I've just done the roll now for you. He does not squeal, thanks to Scary, Scary Brass Hands Man.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you send the you go see the Eddy. You go in person to go see Chief of Police.
No,
Captain-
so from what I understand, we're going to send the letter to the mayor saying what
Yeah.
we're planning on doing first. And once that's delivered and got a response, I'll come straight back. And all the other stuff we'll do tomorrow, if I'm understanding that right.
Yeah, so he's going to go to the mayor, yeah, and then when he comes back, we're going to go and see the chief of police.
So who's taking the letter to the mayor?
Me.
Okay. So,
To do this, I'm going to go into cruise mode
Mhm.
and cast on myself Expeditious Retreat. So I'll get
That's awesome.
240 feet of movement.
He's
per
got a
round.
souped-up granny mobile tearing the streets up in Glimmerborough. That's
Well,
awesome.
It's
not even
literally your average episode of Speed Racer.
It's not even a granny mobile. It's it's designed so when you're like at the mechanics and they've got the tray on wheels that the leans flat back on.
Oh yeah.
You can't. It's effectively that.
Oh man, you've got a street-ready luge,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
haven't you?
Give me a second. I'm just gonna see if there's anything else that can be cast on you, Eddy.
Yeah, with going into cruise mode, I normally get 60 feet of movement, but can only be done in straight lines of up to 20 feet bursts.
Would you like the good news?
What?
Rosa gives you something special. It gives you haste.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Wow.
I've got 480 feet of movement per
So
turn.
yeah, so Rosa hands you something.
Is that including your actual dash as well?
That's not included. So that's action, bonus action, which is 200.
No. What? How it works, I'm certain, is haste comes first,
Yeah,
which is doubles the base, because each dash just adds that amount. It doesn't double and double and double. So
yeah.
whatever your base speed is in that mode, times that by 2,
Yeah.
then add that 3 times.
And that's just from haste.
For 1 minute, yes.
Right, so what have you got that affects your speed? What does
So
the cruise thing do?
So,
So
cruise
go
is
through
60
it one at a time. Let's have this
Cruise,
work
cruise
this
is 60 feet, 60 feet of movement.
Right.
Plus, I've got Expeditious Retreat, which doubles. Oh, you can take a dash action
As a bonus action.
as a
yes.
bonus action. So that would be
Another
movement.
60.
Yeah, movement, dash, bonus action.
Right, and then you can do your action to dash, which is
Action
another
dash
which
will
is
be
another 60.
Yeah.
Right, okay, right, and then you're going to have anything else on your end to add on to that?
No.
Right, so that's 180 foot normally, right, and then you're going to have hasted,
Yeah.
right, which will up that to, which will double that speed, which that's going to be 360. Plus, with haste, you get another action to add on top, which is going to be another 60 foot.
420 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Thank Rosa. She just hands you something and says, "This might help. It helped Stubbs before." And yeah, congrats! You are hasted.
That's 47.73 miles per hour.
How much? 47?
47.73 miles per hour.
Now, Eddy, you trying not to be seen?
Yeah, totally. I'm stealthing the shit out of this.
Okay.
Screeching your way through the city. Awesome.
Um,
Drifting around
I-
every corner and everything.
Never mind drifting. Just imagine you're just walking down the streets when all of a sudden a car hits you at 43 miles an hour, except it was fucking invisible because it was going beneath foot level, and your fucking shins just get taken right out.
You know, in the cartoons where something really fast goes past like a sign or something, and they just spin in like 480 degrees with the hat flying off the shit. That happens to everyone I pass.
Eddie.
Yeah, but I would say, and this is not me, fucking causing shit for you or anything like that. How is your dexterity for being able to react to seeing people as you turn around a corner?
My dex is 15, but
Okay.
this board also has something called Bumpy Ride. Difficult terrain tests don't reduce mobility. But I do have to make a DC 10 dex save.
Okay.
To avoid spinning out.
Okay.
But I also get quiet running, which is an advantage on stealth checks as well. So.
Chloe gives you a bardic as well.
Yeah.
Just in case you need it, so...
It's a shame someone couldn't cast long straight out on you, because then you would have gotten another 20, 40, 60...
I know, I was looking for...
and you would have gotten another 80 feet. You would unless you would have gotten 500.
500 feet.
Can you imagine? I thought Osric could go pretty fast, Trev, but
Yeah.
You remember when I said I wanted to chase him down before?
Uh-huh.
This is what I wanted to do.
you've been waiting for this.
I've been waiting to do this.
Okay, so Eddie, you speed
Yes.
off. There will be some bumps in the road, so you said that you need to do... You just need
I
to
need
pass
to
a
do
D10.
A D10. A DC 10, yeah.
DC 10, okay.
How many would you like me to do?
I'll be nice. I'll just say 1.
Oh shit, sorry. That shouldn't have been an advantage. I'll roll again. Ugh. I'm going to use my inspiration dice.
Bardic or non? Bardic.
I'll use my non. I'll just re-roll it.
Okay. There we go. So you get to City Hall. It is late at night, but the mayor is still working. His receptionist has gone home, so you have to deliver it. You have to hand it to the mayor. What does the letter say? Captain / Eddie.
What does it say, Captain? I'm just a messenger.
Love you, hugs and kisses.
As per our previous conversation regarding the forge, a meeting has been set with 2 interested parties. I will be talking to them tomorrow, and I'll just give a rough sort of time. May we meet afterwards? Question mark.
You don't mind
And then-
copies at this stage.
And hang on, and then separately in like essentially the same envelope, so it's like 2 different letters, sort of thing. And then separately, no doubt you are aware of another ship from. What is the name of the place that we said that we came from? Is it like the
Viridia Majoris.
Meridia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. No doubt you've heard of another ship from this place. Unlike ourselves, their intentions may not be as good-natured as ourselves. An audience with the captain may prove this to you.
Okay.
I would be there to make introductions, of course.
Captain, give me a persuasion check.
Dun, dun, dun. I ain't good. I'm
Good
closer
Vicky.
to... Oh, that's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still have enhanceability as well. But we'll just take the fucking 21, eh?
Well, that'll run out long ago.
Yeah,
It only lasts for like an hour or something like that.
And I think it would have dropped anyway because of Expedition's Retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mayor looks up to you, Eddie, and asks you a very simple question. This captain that he's on about, what can you tell me about the other captain? So this is behind closed doors. You just want your honest opinion about Terrence.
Can I get an insight to see how on side the mayor is?
Sure. Would you like to use your bardic? Or would you like to use Benny's inspiration?
Benny won't be with me.
I know, but would you like to use it anyway?
No.
Okay.
Because he's not with me. I'm going to use my last luck point first.
Okay.
Your last look.
That's my last look for the day. Insight.
This is the beginning of. Is it? This is the beginning of the next day.
This is still.
This is the end of the.
Ah, right.
Okay.
12 bardic will give me D8.
D8.
Yeah, I'll leave it as that.
Leave that. Okay. You get the vibe that he's on your side due to how the captain's due to your met last meeting. He's very much on your side.
Okay. This captain wishes us ill intent and has chased us down from Vala Majoris, threatening to abduct our crew, and we have had threats of other of their crew members that we will be destroyed. We have come to you in peace and with hopes of learn about yourselves and your culture and potentially open trade routes. These people will overtake your city and will ruin what you've took so long to build.
Why was this not mentioned on our last meeting? Were you hoping that they wouldn't come?
I can only express our apologies. We knew they were coming. We thought we would have been well out of here. We've had intel that they've been helped by the Copperforge to get here faster.
I see. Brass has been involved.
From what we understand, yes. As well as Vista. So we can only apologise. We were hoping to be at least a few days clear of here before they were due to be arriving.
As you explain this, he puts 2 and 2 together and realises Vista's told them where you are and Copperforge has helped them. And he writes down, he looks at his diary, clears some stuff off and moves some stuff. And writes a note for his secretary to move some meetings. And he says, okay, I'm going to have a spread put on at lunchtime. For, let's call it a fake welcome party for this ship, which you guys will be a part of. Obviously, you guys will come out earlier for the discussions with the 2 interested parties you captain mentioned, but if you come if you come for say 11:30 and I send the letter to Captain Cogsworth, weird name, I invite him to come around 12. Does that sound reasonable?
If we will use your judgment on this one, we are asking your help as much as you're offering it.
I understand. We've had a lot of problems with Vista and Brass. Although Vista does help our economy, he is also a parasite at times. And Brass, well, I've already told you about Brass. He drafts a letter back to your captain, hands you it just to let him know the times that you've just discussed. I'll see you all tomorrow. I should be getting back. It's very late. And the missus won't be happy with me.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and I wish you a good night.
You too.
Roughly,
He just say one thing. That is a very fast vehicle you have there.
it helps me more ways than you'd expect.
He just nods and smiles.
With that, I nod and I'll turn to leave. Roughly, how long has it been?
Due to how quickly you go, you probably get there within 15 minutes.
Right. Okay. In which case, can I recast it?
Yeah.
I can. I will recast Expeditious Retreat because that only lasts for 10 minutes. It's a second level spell. It is not its first level spell. Awesome. In which case, I'd had to recast it on the way here. I'll have to recast it on the way back as well. Yeah.
I've got to drop this on you, Eddie. Sorry. You got that on you currently because you should have had the boost for your dexterity, I believe, as well on that.
Advantage for dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity saving throw, sorry. Right, it's a +2 to AC while it's on.
Oh well, if it had been if it would have been advantage for dexterity, would my first accidental advantage not have took effect?
It's dexterity saving throws.
That is a saving throw
Was
that I
it?
put in there.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll say the 20.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can I have inspiration back then?
Yeah, you can have your inspiration back.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ah.
Ah, there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. I will hoover it back to the ship.
Did you want to see the police captain first?
We're doing that in the morning.
Okay. Right, anything else any of you do before you go to sleep that night?
I report back to the captain, give him a letter, and tell him that the mayor wants us there for about half 11.
So that means if you want to have a mini meeting with Sandy at midnight, it has to be before that, unless you want it with the mayor. Captain.
No, it would be before that.
Okay.
So first thing in the morning, police chief.
Okay.
Straight after police chief, Midnight and Sandy, and then I want Midnight and Sandy to come with me to see the mayor. And I needed the letter that Eddie's just brought back because that's proof that I have the meeting with the mayor and I'm not just being a blowhard. So hopefully they will accept because I'm going anyway.
Right, so Lottie, how is Lottie doing knowing that Terrence is in the same city as her?
Well, not great, obviously.
How bad? Do you do anything before you sleep?
Well, I've got a letter to write, haven't I?
Well, no, you don't now because we're going a different direction.
Okay.
If you remember, Captain says you could get sight to his face.
Okay.
So I'm guessing Lottie doesn't have a very good sleep.
Yeah. You're probably not looking forward to that.
Have you?
Well, she will be looking forward to it, but like.
Do you say
Well,
anything to Jonathan, or do you let Stubbs or someone else tell Jonathan that your ex is in town?
Yeah, I can let Jonathan know. But he knows that I don't like Terrence anymore, so
Yeah. Johnny.
I'm going to get rid of him for good this time.
He just like holds you for a moment and just says, "I just want you to be okay and make the decisions you want."
I will be. I'm so clear on what decisions I need to make now. It's been hard, but I think I know what I'm going to do.
And having that realization that you haven't actually told Terrence no, how is Lottie feeling about that?
She just wants to get it done. She's just sick of having to run away from him all the time.
Okay. That is Lottie's evening. Does anyone else do anything, or considering there's only a few hours of the evening left, do you all just go to bed?
I would like to stay up a bit longer and hide. I want to try and hide the improvements we've done to the ship.
Okay.
And whether that's covering them with like tarps or what. I don't want. If a Cogsworth spy comes and sees us to report, oh shit, they've got more cannons.
Ava will help you. Give me a perception check, please, Eddie.
Which will. Let me double check something.
You can have a.
I'm
gonna say
no.
You can have.
I thought that was a thing with haste where.
It is not.
No, it's whether you are exhausted. But I'm thinking of a different spell.
I thought it was haste. Okay, give me perception check with advantage because Ava's with you.
Yeah, perception with advantage.
Okay. You see up in the crow's nest, Rosa just looking towards the direction she knows that other ship's in. She's not doing anything, she's just looking in that direction.
I'll shout her down and ask her to help.
She'll come and help. Okay. Eddie, that's you. Stubbs and Nik, anything from you or nope?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. So we go to the morning. So, Captain, who are you taking with you to go see the mayor and Sandy and Midnight? Are you taking anyone with charisma? Because none of you really have too much charisma apart from intimidation.
Yes.
First mate,
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
how
can't
did
remember his bloody name. Dimitri. That's is it? No.
Stubbs, yeah, it's Dimitri.
Yeah,
Stubbs' new favourite crew member because he sang that banger of a song of his.
So yeah, we'll go with Dimitri. Or at least all the players, because something might kick off.
Yeah.
And I would hate for someone to miss a fight.
Okay.
Oh, pardon me.
Anyone else, or is that it?
Yes, actually. Who was it that helped us convince Sandy?
It was Rosa,
was
mainly Rosa, but Eddie as well.
Right, Rosa as well then.
Okay, Rosa will also be coming. There we go. And it also means that you're keeping an eye on Rosa to make sure she doesn't do anything silly. Not
Yes.
that she will. You've given her parental talking to. Okay, so we head to Police Chief Peacock.
While we're on the way, can I have a quick word with Rosa?
Of course.
Rosa, I need you to listen to me. We are going to be meeting with Cogsworth people. You need to promise me if Oswald is there, you do not react to him. You don't rise to how you feel about him. Be the bigger person. That's going to wound him more than any bullets.
Okay. For you and Captain, she's going to try. The only problem is you have Stubbs there, but who would tell her to do the opposite.
If she's looking at...
just so you know, Jim is cackling like. So Stubbs, you can all hear Eddy saying these words of encouragement because you are walking all together. So if anyone wants to say anything contrary or in support, please go ahead.
Well, in support of myself, when she nods her head, I'll say to her again, promise me.
I'll try.
Please don't try. You have to promise me. There's more online than revenge, and trust me, I will help you to the ends of this earth for him to get what he's coming to. But right now is not the time.
Okay. She looks at Lottie and she says, "I promise."
At that point, I'll turn and I'll say, I respect the promise, but I also have a task for you.
Okay.
Should things go, let's say, poorly here, right? We will be in the mayor's office. I want you to protect the mayor and get him out.
Okay. As long as you promise me one thing.
We won't do it without you. Don't worry.
All I was gonna say is, if Oswald is abducted, that I can help with the torture. I mean, interrogation.
Conversation.
Sorry, conversation. And Stubbs doesn't get to have all the fun.
Trust me, Stubbs
Stubbs
won't be involved in this one.
She will see the look that Stubbs made, which all of you didn't see, which is an eye roll, and she'll say, "I get to help. He tried to kill me, not you. He ruined my family's life, not yours. He betrayed Eddy and pretended to be his best friend. We both have more stakes than you, Mr. Stubbs. I understand that you hate the Coggies. Murder as many of them as you want. I don't care, but Oswald, he's mine and Eddy's.
If it comes down to violence, I will try to not immediately kill him.
And that
is my promise.
On that note as well, let's try and not kill anyone in the mayor's office.
I understand.
We need to prove that we are the more morally righteous people here, so that they will help us. So knock them out only. I know it doesn't seem prudent, or even give you any sort of like pleasant flavor in the mouth, but just this time. Okay? This is for everyone.
I'll do my best, Captain, but, I mean, when they're made out of paper mache, there's only so much I can do.
I mean, by all means, break a few bones, but no permanent injuries.
And when you say break a few bones, I'll just sort of point at you with the finger guns and, wink and, hey.
Rosa says this, Captain, I believe that Veronica's has some kind of surveillance footage on the inside. I believe there'll be some kind of footage for what I did to some coggies. And she just smiles. And you remember the smell, the fire that came from her gun when she set some ablaze and they all died when she did Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
And Stubbs, you, as she describes what happened, you have kind of like almost like a proud papa moment of her.
Yeah, you cooked some good bacon.
Although I don't like to use that gun much anymore, if it comes down to it, I would protect our family. And Lottie, just let me know if you need me to use those gloves on a certain part of your X.
I'll keep it in mind.
And you enter the police precinct. I assume that you request to see Police Chief Peacock. Ah, the Crew of The Nimbus. Come. Take a seat. Hello. I am Chief Police Peacock. Eddy, my good boy, nice to see you again.
Good morning, Chief. Apologies for us coming unannounced.
That is okay. I assume this is something to do with the ship that's docked last night.
I look up at the captain as if to say, like, do you want me to speak or are you taking over?
Yeah, I'll just nod. Yeah.
I've come to apologise. The other night you asked me whether there's any danger or anything that you should know about, and I said there wasn't. I'm afraid that was a lie, which at the time was true. We knew these people were coming for us, and they mean us ill will. We were hoping we would have been out of the way by the time that they arrived, and I can only apologise for not warning you about them sooner.
I see. They have a very big ship and have come a very long way. I assumed from the size of the ship, yours is more of a expedition vessel and theirs is more of a I want to fuck things up vessel. Do I gather that is correct?
I believe
Yes,
the
sir.
name of the ship is the Destroyer. That should
see.
tell you everything.
And what kind of business do they have back home? Rosa will put her hand up if she's allowed to speak. Essentially, they are the mafia. They run everything from brothels to illegal black market holding.
Yeah, like exploitation, racketeering, breaking thumbs, breaking kneecaps, all that sort of biz.
Taking hands, and she points to Stubbs.
Yeah, that too.
I see. I had already alerted the mayor that this vessel had approached. I assumed that you may have already made him aware. Normally, a couple of days after they appear in port, I go make myself known, which I did to you. Is it Eddy or Edward?
Eddy, sir.
Okay, Eddy. I may suggest the mayor and I have a meeting with them, just to say the do's and don'ts here.
As as you suggested, we've already informed the mayor, and the mayor has already arranged a meeting this morning.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'll show the letter.
Okay, I will be in attendance. I will inform the mayor. And he makes you know that he is going. You cannot stop him.
We wouldn't have expected anything less, sir.
Okay, if that is all, I will see you at 11:30 in the mayor's office. I will need to rearrange some stuff, but I believe this is very much a priority, as well as the stuff that might be impending doom. Who knows? But that's for later. And next, I believe you're going to the Prismatic Foundry to go meet Midnight and Sandy.
Correct.
So you get in there, the foundry. You get taken to Midnight's office. As you walk through, Captain, Stubbs, Lottie, you see this wonderful multicolored foundry where robots and humans are working alongside on projects. Eddy, you get waved at by some of the members of staff that are there. Some of them ask what you're working on, Eddy, and stuff like that as you pass. Because they very much, very friendly, most of the people who are there now, because the two problems are suspended.
I'll make as quick small talk as I can, and just to keep moving with everyone. Just apologise, we've got a meeting, I'll speak to you later and stuff.
One of them tries not to let you go, and that is the one that's a little bit gossipy, Aqua, and says, "Oh, but Eddy, I thought you'd be here more often. I thought you'd come and see me." And she gets pouty, and Rosa kind of moves her hands off you and says, "Don't grab a member of my crew."
Sorry, Miss Aqua, I've got to listen to what she says today. I'll move on.
As we're moving on, sir. Well, how do you think you're in there, pal?
That's two girls he's got after him. Rosa whispers to you, Stubbs. Eddy, you obviously hit that.
What can I say, Mr. Stubbs? Too much time with you.
Listen, pal, I saw the way you tore off. I can't fucking drive like that.
Captain absolutely will chuckle when he says that.
Well, Mr. Stubbs, it appears you've got stuff to learn from me for once.
I'll say.
Okay, you get into Midnight's office. Sandy is already there. They're looking over a trade, the agreement. There is a bit about potentially, if they're not able to get supplies from the Copper Forge, maybe if there's some kind of trade agreement that could be agreed with Viridia. And Captain, you have a connection at the main place in Tixon, I believe now.
Yeah.
The Guild of Innovative Science. Who owns that now?
It would be my buddy Barnabas.
So you can obviously negotiate this. Also, Sandy.
That's a long way to go.
It is a long way to go for parts. If they needed emergency, if there was, but also it's a trade deal that they could negotiate with you. Also, Sandy does give you the option that if you wanted to have some shares in the foundry itself when they do this, just in case you're ever here and need some heavily discounted things for the ship. Now, Captain, you have a lot of money. You could easily give some money towards it if you wanted to. Eddy, hearing the fact that you could have shares in this place, and that means you can come and go when you want and get parts if you needed, that makes your little engineer heart sing. So, Eddy, do you try and ask the captain if you can have a few shares in the foundry should Sandy buy it?
I
Here's a
don't know.
question. Here's a question. Right, so these shares, would they be for a financial gain for us, or just whatever parts, whenever we need them, however many we need?
You would have a if they were to make profit, you would get some financial gain as well as parts.
Right, okay.
Basically, you'd be like a small part owner of it, depending how much you put into it. Sandy's gonna put, if this goes through and Brass agrees to it, it would be a lot of money that Sandy would have to put into it.
Well, like what? Like are you talking like millions here?
Potentially, it depends how much he can negotiate the sale of it from Brass. Now, Sandy is quite the charismatic individual. So he can probably do quite well to negotiate this. But it's up to you how much you would want to put into it. And also it means that if you needed to, the engineers who work there, that their wages would be paid by the Forge if they needed to, their wages would be paid by the Foundry, and you wouldn't have to pay for them if they were working on your ship. But traveling on your ship is a different thing.
Yes. Well, at the moment, see, it depends, because we didn't come here to stay here.
No, you didn't.
We came here to get some maps and shit like that, and we just happened to have made an absolute shit ton of money and realised how easy it was. which is why this is all quite interesting. These proposals.
Stubbs is enjoying fighting the arena. Lottie is enjoying working at the Rainbow Bar. Eddie's seen some crazy inventions in the Foundry. It's almost like a perfect place for your crew, isn't it?
Almost.
Almost.
I would have to think about it.
Okay.
I really would have to think about it.
Sandy understands that you would have to think about it.
It's just for the long-term plans of the crew, specifically the crew, not the ship. The individual crew members.
So this means it's going to be a crew conversation later on.
Potentially, because it is technically their money. It would give them like a steady income here, which, if they're not here, would slowly mount over time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they come back, it will be a nice little pot for nothing.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's definitely a crew thing. But if you want some sort of figure, right, I would probably put some of mine in. So we're all getting some stuff, and it would be about $250,000.
Okay.
Do we have that much left?
Yeah, we've still got 300. Well, technically, yeah. Yeah, there's 211,000 from the Stubbs's premiere, with all sorts of bits and pieces going into it. Right now, I as captain, invested a lot of the crew's. I took a big chance and invested a big chunk of the crew's gold as Shinnigan dollars, and got a huge return. I got like 1,000 return. So technically, that belongs to the crew, right? But so there is 312,000 Shinnigan dollars.
Did we all get our winnings as well? Because I know Eddie would have had like 7.5 grand of winnings.
Yeah, you would have gotten all that individually yourself.
All right, okay.
So the crew themselves, you guys would have had whatever you's won like on top of that, if you wanted to put some of that in extra, but that's all of your own cap.
So, Stubbs, Lottie, Eddy, you have all of this to think about. And the rest of the crew will. Now, the trade agreement is something that you can bring up with Barney, because I'm sure Barney would love to, like, idea share with them as well and go back and forth, potentially. That would, you know, that the main thing that Barney was excited about was seeing this new land and what inventions, and to find out that you guys were, one, able to be part investors in a foundry, two, potentially a trade deal with the Guild of Innovative Science and the Prismatic Foundry. He would like go, oh yes, Captain. You could almost feel like how Barnabas would react to this would be like, Captain, you'd be a fool not to, you know. And he would probably slam down his money and say, take it, you fools.
I mean, when the time comes, I'll tell everybody that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it is individually their decisions.
Okay. So they all have that. So, Captain, this leads to the big meeting.
Well, yes, I do want to ask them if they would accompany me to discuss things further and possibly get through some of the red tape a lot quicker via the mayor, whom I have been, or whom I have sorted a luncheon with for all to attend and all.
Sandy turns to you, Lottie, and says, are you okay after last night?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just want this all to be over with.
Sandy says, I will accompany you, and Midnight looks at Rosa and Eddy and nods and says, I shall accompany you as well. So you've got that. You didn't have to persuade them because Midnight trusts Eddy and Rosa, and Sandy has been worried about Lottie after last night and hearing her crazy toxic ex is in town and that she had to get bodyguards back to the ship. So you get to the mayor's office. Is there anything you discuss before what happens?
Well, the mayor did ask specifically when in the first one about possibly getting the forge or getting these on board for the copper forge and stuff for Glimmerborough, and that's exactly what I. So yeah, so it would be to film it and everything. I've done from his point of view. I've done exactly, even though it was the crew that pretty much did it, right? But I've done exactly what he's asked us to do. I have got tangible gains that he can use as leverage for another term in office, perhaps. I'll certainly point that out. I don't know if it's how the democracy here works, but I'm assuming it would be the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right. So, that then would, from a political point of view, he's got the whole of the. Well, if it's sold, the whole of the copper forge. Now here, not stealing engineers, all that sort of stuff, right? Which would make him look good.
Yeah.
It's also good business opportunity for them. And I was the facilitator, so whatever praise or gifts or opportunities they want to send my way would be much appreciated.
He's very happy and says, remember what I offered you as well. Also, Peacock, you can come in now, and Peacock was waiting outside. Right, so the police chief has let me know that these guys are essentially your mafia. Is that what I understand? And that's what you meant by basically they are parasites that drain the resources of anywhere they land. Am I correct?
They like to take over the resources of anywhere they land.
And from a little bit of intel gathering that I've had, I believe that they are after you, Miss Lottie, you, Miss Rosa, and you, Mr. Eddy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you all okay to be here while they come in?
I have an idea regarding that. And apologies, Captain, this has took a while for me to think about. Oswald wants me to join their crew. We can play into that.
Rosa just looks at him and says, we need to do the upgrades. This is... Eddy, no.
Everything's in hand. Captain, I can do damage to that ship. We've still got the rest of Barnabas's go-go juice. That will destroy their engines. We can. Oswald's already struggling with their flamethrowers. I can make it worse. Look better for me, but make it worse.
You would be
Rosa-
completely on your own.
Rosa says, I have another idea. I assume they'll need to make repairs and things while they're here. Does that sound about right? And Midnight nods. What if some of the things to repair their ship doesn't work? Might not be compatible with their ship. That means Eddy doesn't get left unprotected on a ship, and bad things can still happen to their ship due to the compatibility issues with, say, Barney's go-go juice and it not working on their engines. Or we can cook something far worse.
Help won't be far behind me. I've got friends with the dock workers, and if we get people from the foundry coming along for repairs that they would do.
Captain?
It's a huge risk, but I'm willing to take it.
Captain? Rosa looks scared for Eddy.
Can you say with absolute certainty that they would trust you enough?
Oswald would.
Watch you? Are you sure? After everything that happened,
he might watch me, but he doesn't know what I'm doing. He's nowhere near as good as I am.
Now, Eddy.
let's call that Plan B.
Eddy.
Yes, sir.
Eddy and whoever was watching Eddy at the ball, give me a history check. Rosa will be one that does this as well.
Ha ha ha! Inspiration, please and thank you.
Woohoo! I'll inspire. I will inspire.
Rosa got a 24, just so you know. Eddy!
It's a new day, so I'll give myself a +3.
Oh, good lord. Well, it got better by 4.
Lottie, do you want to as well? Just for good measure.
Yeah.
I had a 24 and a 17.
Oh!
Lottie! You saw
It's people like you that make me sick.
I know. She's so good at these nat 20s, it's unfair. Lottie.
Yes.
You remember Oswald betraying, looking Eddy in the eye, betraying him, shooting Rosa, and then Eddy's face twisting in anger as he barreled down to him while Oswald fled.
Yeah.
That image is etched in yours and Rose's memory. You know that Oswald will remember that. This is not going to work if Eddy goes alone. Eddy, you remember,
Eddy needs.
you remember chasing after him? You remember him looking scared? You're starting to think this might not happen unless you have to do some kind of weird loyalty test, which you probably wouldn't want to do. Captain Stubbs, you have no idea. You're too distracted by everything in the forge. So, Eddy.
Does anybody say anything to the captain? I'm not prompting this to happen, but does anybody say anything to the captain?
Rosa will look at you, Lottie, to see if you say something first. Lottie, on that net 20, do you want to say something to the captain?
Nah, that's fine. I'll let them do it.
Fine, Rosa will say, do you not remember how you left the ball, Eddy? You were chasing him, going through the streets trying to find him because you were going to kill him. You don't think Oswald would remember that?
Only if he saw me.
Everyone saw you. Including Coggies who got away.
Above the table, Chris completely forgot about
I did not.
that.
You used your expeditious retreat. You used everything, and he still got away.
I didn't use expeditious retreat at that point. I didn't have it.
Oh no! He had expeditious retreat.
He had it,
and he used it. So yeah, you were barreling down, trying to chase after him, going through the streets, going Oswald, and then eventually came back.
I mean, I wouldn't have shouted. I'd have been silent as fuck.
Yeah, but
yeah, I get your point.
Yeah. Now realizing that, what does Eddy think?
Oh no, he doesn't say. He doesn't say anything.
Captain, after Rosa mentioning that, sounds like a bad idea, right?
They have a point. Why don't we see what else we can do first?
Yes, sir. And at that point, he'll go back to the back of the group.
Now, you get a knock at the door, and Mayor.
Before that, could I say something?
Of course.
I want to say it to the mayor, off to one side.
Okay.
Alright. And I was going to say, Mr. Mayor, with this meeting that is about to occur, I feel that it is my obligation to inform you that some members of their crew I have previously worked with, not on board that ship, you understand, because of a less than honest past.
I see.
I feel that you made aware of this. It was a long, long time ago. But I hope that the way I have presented myself over the past few weeks in this lovely city of yours proves that that is all in the past.
He nods and says, "It has, and people have said nothing but kind words about you, your crew, and even Mr. Stubbs."
Told you all I was on my best behaviour.
I mean,
Well, I will certainly pass all that on to all of them.
I mean,
Thank you.
Mahogany even mentioned how Stubbs helped him up afterwards after the match. as I saw as well from my box.
Well, yeah, he tried his best. You can't fault him for that. Sportsmanship and all.
Anyway, I just thought it would be better if you know, so you are not blindsided.
I understand. Many people have passed. I'm not here to judge them, as I judge them on what they do presently. And you and your crew have conducted yourself expertly, which is why I'm very worried that we have I believe you called it a destroyer-class vessel that is in our report. And then there is a knock at the door from his receptionist to let him know that the lunchtime meeting, that the guests are here for that. Now, it is 10 o'clock. Do you want to continue, or do you want to end here for this week?
No, I think we should definitely end here. It's a perfect
Yes.
place for it. For a number of reasons.
It's just the cliffhanger.
It is a cliffhanger.
It is a cliffhanger, right?
I'm running out of steam because I didn't sleep 2 grand last night.